Emmanuel Ungaro has imposed his sense of colour, structure and creativity on the international fashion scene, becoming a figure of reference for future artists. The man, who at the start of his career was labelled the maverick of fashion, is still free of constraints and allows his love of design to flow through his creations. This complete fashion designer continues to impose his new designs on each season. He has anticipated trends for over 30 years and has embellished everyday garments to make women feel feminine. It all began when his father, an Italian tailor, moved the family to the south of France. The provincial life provided Emmanuel with the key to his future trade. It also introduced him to a lifestyle that embraced painting and music, an existence that has followed him throughout his life. Bolstered by his exceptional creative talent, Emmanuel moved to Paris. After an apprenticeship alongside Spanish designer Cristobal Balenciaga, he discovered his own style. It included a mix of printed patterns, bold and contrasting shades, and extraordinary draped effects. The designs were graceful, inspired by the cheerful streets of Provence, along with the sun and accent of light of the south. In 1965, his first collection was met with considerable success. His clients discovered a contrast between fervour and reason. Emmanuel acquired an international reputation for his colour combinations and unexpected motifs, along with a purity of silhouettes and an audacity of detail. 30 years has passed since Emmanuel first burst onto the scene. His tradition of vibrant tints and prints that seduce the female form has been carefully upheld. But today, classic, rich, elaborate designs in bright hues and flowing fabrics has been infused with a renewed, youthful energy. The result is a winning mix of classic couture and a funky feel. Even though the designer has handed the reins of his ready-to-wear collection to his successor, Giambattista Valli, he remains in charge of creating the label's exclusive made-to-measure outfits. His ultra-soft style has created a client list that includes pop divas Britney Spears, Jennifer Lopez and Whitney Houston. While we see close-fitting jackets in gossamer lace and opulent tops bristling with feathers, sequins and buttons, his most successful creations have been the simplest. Gorgeous evening gowns in silk and chiffon, highlighted by deft draping, has become the designer's trademark. The French designer may well be in his 80th year, but that hasn't stopped him from showing his collections with the best in the business. In Paris, alongside designers Oscar de la Renta and Karl Lagerfeld, he took a trip down memory lane, resurrecting the bohemian chic of the 1970s. Outfits with clashing patterns and ornate embroidery made dizzying effects, while baggy velvet jackets with shawl collars were worn with micro miniskirts. Throughout his illustrious career, he has won numerous awards, including Best Designer Award in Mexico, a Golden Thimble in Paris, and a nomination for the Fashion Oscars. With superb clothes in gorgeous fabrics and tinges, Emmanuel Ungaro inspires femininity.